Hey everybody, it's Michael again. So, today's quote is by one of my favorite and most impactful people in my life. Um, I was really obsessed with martial arts when I was a kid, and I ended up at one point in time I was actually in like three different martial arts class, and I was paying like $300-400 a month, and I don't regret it. I would do it again if I could. But this guy, he is incredibly famous and very well known. Um, and he's also very wise. And if you couldn't tell, Bruce Lee. I even busted out, the short sleeve so I can show off my tattoo, because I got him. I was actually tucked into that tattoo, but that's a different story sometime. But I don't regret it. No regrets. So, using modern technology, we will allow Bruce Lee himself to impart his prolific wisdom. So, check it out.
Mind be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
All right. So obviously that was from the clip of the Bruce Lee's The Lost interview where he famously said the quote, "Be like water, my friend." So what does that really mean? Or like how can we apply that to modern day, you know, just modern day? Uh, well, I guess at least what I see clearly, the most, easy connection is identity politics. Just bear with me. So, identity politics. A lot of people are like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm a man, and I'm gay, but I'm also, black, and okay, cool." And like that's part of your identity, and so like he says, water becomes a cup when you pour into the cup. So that's kind of the human nature, because like, when I'm with a group of people, I am part of that group, and so my individual identity can sometimes blur or sometimes disappear. Um, like right here, I am a YouTuber. To you guys, I am a YouTuber, and I'm supposed to cover subjects or whatever, and there's certain code of conduct or actions that are expected of me. But when the camera's off and my wife and I are here, I'm a husband. So therefore, my role has changed, my responsibilities have changed, and therefore the actions in which I do are expected to change as well. Now, I go spend time with my mother, I'm now her son. And so therefore I'm going to treat her, differently, than I would treat my wife. There are similarities, I'm still loving, caring, understanding, but it's a little bit different in role, just like that. And sometimes the role sometimes even change depending on what parent like I have a father and a mother, and so how I deal with my father is obviously different from how I deal with my mother. Just because, of the relationship of that. And that's what I feel like a lot of people kind of they got lost in their own identity politics, because we are humans. We're many things, like he mentioned at one point in the interview. I'm not sure if I didn't share the clip or anything, but how it's yin and yang. That is that's humans right there. We are anything. If you want to go take this on a biblical route, we are both heaven and hell in us, and there's a lot of philosophers who say that, and they have a quote like that. But be like water is very simple, very easy kind of, philosophy to say, change your expectations of your role, because you have to take on different roles. So when you're with your spouse or your partner, be their spouse, their partner, be everything they need you to be. But then when you go to your parents, be their son or their daughter or child, and but in order to truly fulfill those roles, you have to throw yourselves into those roles and completely become those roles. Just like how water, when poured into a vase, becomes the vase or the cup or the bowl, and that's kind of what I feel like a lot of people kind of they got so wrapped up like, oh, I'm a man, and I need to do this. Well, yes and no, I guess. I mean, no, I don't think so, because I've never been held to the stereotypes of what a man does. I mean, because if as to me, a man takes care of his stuff, so which means, while my wife is at work and I happen to be at home, I'm cooking and I'm cleaning. Oh, absolutely. Why? Because man takes care of his stuff. I take care of my home and I take care of my wife, and I don't need help doing it. The cooking, I definitely do need help on. My wife has been teaching me how to cook, so I'm going to be honest with that one. I'm terrible cook. But cleaning I can do. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, and so you have to throw yourself fully dedicated into the role. Because when I'm cleaning, I am just purely cleaning. When I'm cooking, I'm just purely cooking, because that is the role in which I have adopted. You know, that is the cup I have chosen to pour myself into. And in order to truly, fulfill that role and the responsibilities, I have to have that determination of mind. Like, okay, I am going to clean, and I'm going to clean this, this, and boom, 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 and just be completely, essentially obsessed with it. A healthy level of obsession, of course, but so that's at least what I have always believed be like water was. Is to pour yourself into a different cup and take that role on. Take that responsibility, and it's also really healthy because, like, let's say you are at work and you just had a really rough day. Well, now on your way home, you can, or when you get home, you can then pour yourself into a different cup or a different bowl and become a different role, and therefore change your responsibilities and your mentality, and maybe hopefully, find some stress relieving factors in that, because, like, another quote he said in this interview was, running water never grows stale. That's also part of the human spirit. We can't just do things forever and ever and out of just some kind of repetition. That's why, even though you retire after 20 years of working, you're still given yearly vacations and time off. And, like, because we're not machines. We need that break. We need that going out and catching that breath of fresh air. So I'm going to upload definitely more. I did cut up that interview a little bit because there's a lot of great things into it. But of course, again, that is Bruce Lee, the Lost interview. It's not really lost, and it's all over the internet now. But hey, hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, this is Michael, and he simply said, "Be like water, my friends." Take it easy.